Good evening, and welcome to the College of St. Scholastica White Coat Ceremony. Before I get too much farther, I really would like you to have a warm round of applause for the Duluth Quintet. These are juniors at Duluth East who have volunteered their time to help welcome you with a little bit of liberal arts. So a warm thank you. I am speaking tonight as a welcome on behalf of the Dean of the School of Nursing and some of your esteemed faculty. My name is Paula Byrne, and I am the chair of the Traditional Nursing Program. This really translates to being the leader of the faculty who will engage you in the studies as you move forward on your journey to become a professional nurse. This evening, you will hear a brief welcome from me, a deeper welcome from Sister Mary Rochefort, the Associate Vice President of Mission Integration, and she will talk a little bit about the Rule of St. Benedict. You're going to get a quick little time travel view of your future from one of your upperclassmen, Deb Wenger. And finally, you'll hear a reflection from one of your own alumni, Joe Stromsness, looking at the social responsibility of nurses in practice, or more artfully titled, Things I've Learned Since I've Left St. Scholastica. We'll then finish with an actual coding, a brief nurse's prayer, and then, as any good Minnesota gathering, we'll have coffee and sweets. So, let us begin. Sitting in front with the faculty, you have over 200 some years of nursing practice experience. And thankfully, it does not all belong to one person, but is shared across the line. It is a spectrum of gifted faculty who are here and they are here to teach you how to be caring, compassionate, educated, ethical nurses. We all sit here today to offer you a warm welcome to your profession. And it's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful for those of us who are a little older in the profession to see the energy and the dreams and a little bit of starriness that you bring with you as you make your transition from being a regular CSS student to a student nurse. Today is an important day. It's the day you're going to put on a white coat for the first time, assuming you didn't try it on beforehand. It's the first time you put it on as a member of the nursing profession. This is a symbolic beginning of your journey as a nurse. And I want to say as a liberal arts nurse, because the literature in all cultures speaks of life as a journey. The great heroes of mythology left the comforts of home and embarked on epic expeditions into the unknown. And in myth, the journey of life as an adventure calling forth courage, integrity, generosity, and endurance, and giving back deep spiritual understanding. Now, you are also called on a journey, and it's a personal journey that will require all the virtues of any hero and will reward you with a deeper understanding of what it is to be human. Your journey starts with lots of late night studying and seemingly endless pages of reading about assessment of the respiratory system and nursing diagnosis, learning to talk nurse. There will be hours and hours of studying and lots of tests. But in this maze of information and between examinations, you will learn to care for patients. Someone's mother, someone's son, a homeless person without any family at all. You will welcome a newborn, and you will comfort someone in the transition of dying. You will learn the art of compassion and how to walk with someone through some of the most difficult, touching, and intimate moments of a human experience. You will become a nurse. And it all starts here today with putting on a white coat. All of us here, your family, your friends, your upperclassmen, upperclass women, understand the importance of support during a journey into a profession. We've gathered a broad range of people to help you navigate forward. On one end of the spectrum, you have the older, wizened faculty. In the middle, you have the blessing of Sister Mary Rochefort. And closer to your own experience, we've asked your upperclassmen to welcome you into your new community, the community of the School of Nursing. From a more personal voice, I am so glad to have you join our community. We need your voices and your visions to strengthen our team. Nursing is changing, the world is changing. We are seeking people in our profession who can think clearly, can speak articulately, and can represent Benedictine values of our college in the world at large. Each of you, and I am speaking to the upperclassmen and women as well, each of you have the opportunity to take the richness of our shared experiences and transform how we will deliver nursing care now and in the future. So welcome. I would like to introduce your next speaker, Sister Mary Rochefort, and she would like to share some reflections about the rule of St. Benedict and the implications for nursing.
Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here with you, and I would certainly like to join my congratulations to you as you enter more fully into your journey into the nursing profession. I want to start out by saying I'm here as the Associate Vice President of Mission Integration, which in a nutshell really means that I represent the Sisters of St. Scholastica Monastery, as well as the college, and the heritage, the Benedictine heritage that is ours. So you've chosen a very sacred profession, because as Paula just said, you will work with people when they are most vulnerable and most in need. And you follow in the footsteps of the sisters to begin with, and it's a profession that has been dear to the heart of the sisters since 1888, with the establishment of St. Mary's Hospital, now St. Mary's Medical Center. When many of our sisters work there as nurses, as administrators, we still have a few who are there. But now as we enter into the centennial year, you become a part of that tradition. And to me, that is a great cause for celebration. As Benedictines and as a Benedictine college, our lives are guided by a 1,500+ tradition handed down to us through the rule of St. Benedict. And it serves as a guide to living intentionally a gospel value-centered life. It is from this rule that the College of St. Scholastica draws its 5 core values of community, respect, hospitality, stewardship, and love of learning. And by the way, they fit quite well with some of the values of the School of Nursing as well, with all of them, but I can't tell you I know all of them. But offhand, I'm thinking of caring, communication, collaboration. It appears that Benedict puts a lot of stress on community. He always talks about the individual in relationship with others. And so whether that community be a religious community such as a monastic community of sisters, or a college, or a profession, it is within this community that we can be our best selves, that we are called to be our best selves, and we are supported in being our best selves. It also seems that Benedict places a lot of stress on the poor and the sick. he actually has one chapter, and keep in mind, this is a small book, so a chapter could be just a paragraph or two. But the fact that he took the time to write a paragraph or two about how we care for the sick shows that it was uppermost in his mind. And I would like to just read to you that chapter and talk a little bit about it. It's chapter 36. And he begins by saying, "Care of the sick must rank above all and before all else, so that they may truly be served as Christ. For he said, 'I was sick, and you visited me.' And what you did for one of these, you did for me." And then he goes on to talk about how we care for the sick. It says that there should be a separate room designated for the sick. And isn't it wonderful that in our healthcare facilities today, we are moving towards, more and more towards private rooms, family rooms. Benedict, I imagine they had a dorm that was designated, one section of the monastery designated for the sick. But how much more personal, individual care we know about today. He also says that they should be allowed to have baths more often than those who are healthy. Now, in our society, a bath or a shower every day is a must, right? But in Benedict's day, in the 6th century in Italy, it was not so common. They were very rare. But the sick need more. They need better care. They could also eat meat when the others would abstain from it, always thinking about what they need for their health, for them to recover from whatever it was that they were suffering from. So therefore he says the leader must take the greatest care that those who serve the sick do not neglect them. But then on the other hand, he also has something to say to patients. Back up. Let the sick on their part bear in mind that they are served out of honor of God, and let them not by their excessive demands distress their brothers and sisters who serve them. Now, those in the nursing profession who are here, who have been in the nursing for some time, will tell you that this is an important piece to remember. And especially the next line that says, the sick must be patiently borne with, because serving them leads to a greater reward. So you're not always going to walk into a patient's room and the patient is going to just smile at you and say, "Oh, I'm so happy you're here and I'm so grateful for everything you do." Not going to happen. But there will be some. There will be some, and hopefully more than not, who will appreciate what you're doing and who will take time to say thank you. But you know yourself, when you're not up to par, when I'm not up to par, I sometimes forget that I'm being served by others. So that little line about "even so, they are to be patiently borne with." So it's really up to us. And lastly, then he says, again, the leader must take the greatest care that those who serve them do not neglect them. I love to read that chapter because I think it isn't just speaking to you, it's speaking to all of us. And one commentator on the Rule of Benedict said about this chapter, "The point of this chapter for us, perhaps, today, is never to give up on life and never to doubt that every bit of kindness, every tender touch we lay upon another in life can heal what otherwise might have died, certainly in them and perhaps in ourselves as well. And it would seem to me that that's a good thought for all of our interactions, not just our interactions with the sick. So in closing, I'd like to share a little story with you about my own search for the ministry or the profession where I might best serve and follow Christ. I came to this college and to the monastic community at the same age most of you did, right out of high school. And since I was a little girl, I wanted to be an elementary school teacher. That was my dream. And I taught everybody that would listen to me growing up. So when I decided to become a sister, or to explore whether I would become a sister, I picked Scholastica for the reason that they had a college as well. And I knew that I could fulfill my dream. At least I thought I could. So I came eager about being a sister, but eager about being an elementary school teacher. And then one day, the person who was in charge of us said, that's not for you to choose. It's up to the prioress, the leader of the community. If the community needs nurses, you'll become a nurse. If the community needs teachers, you'll become a teacher. Now, I can't tell you, I think I prayed harder than I'd ever prayed in my life that she would not tell me that I would become a nurse because I knew I couldn't do it. And so I was so grateful when she said to me, I think we'll have you become an elementary school teacher. So I spent 39 years in that profession. So I say to you, I wish you blessings as you go ahead. And I want you to know that you will be supported by this campus community. And that includes both the sisters and the members of the College of St. Scholastica community. And may no one of us ever miss the daily opportunities to make a difference in someone else's life. God bless you.
I think I would be terrified if someone told me to be an elementary school teacher, so that story really rings home, but I am, again, really glad that some of you really want to be nurses. And thank you, Sister Mary, for sharing. On another note, a little closer to home, we thought perhaps we should give you a view from someone who's almost baked a senior nursing student, Deb Wenger. So hopefully she won't terrify you, and we've got all the exits blocked, so you need to stay at this time.
Hi everybody, my name is Deb Wenger. I'm a senior nursing student here. I'm also one of the nursing mentors in the nursing mentor program, so that means that I'm a resource to use, such as tutoring help throughout the next semester. We are able to answer questions about nursing or even non-nursing related topics as a peer with a valuable insight. As seniors, we have been through it all and we are able to provide you some guidance. No question is a stupid question because all of us seniors has probably asked it before. Now I'll stop advertising for the nursing program, our nursing mentor program, and I'll congratulate you guys as sophomores in beginning your new journey into the program. It was 2 years ago when I was just in your position, and I'm really excited to be part of your first semester. At the time, I knew I wanted to become a nurse, but I didn't know what this program had to offer me. I'm so excited to be here to share with you tonight on a basis of what you can expect within this program. Sophomore year will introduce you to what's called holistic nursing. From here on out, this will be your way of thinking. It won't be about memorizing any disease or treatment or every type of medicine. It will emphasize on how a nurse can provide for a family or for a patient mind, body, and soul. This is truly a groundwork of nursing. This semester, you will learn in the setting of lecture, lab, and then some clinical hours towards the end of the semester. Lab and lecture hours will build your comfort in knowing that you are on your way becoming a knowledgeable nurse. Sophomore clinicals will provide you an opportunity to build trust within the nurse-to-patient relationship, and it's also an opportunity to trust yourself and the skills that you have been taught. During this new and exciting year, you will be given more reading assignments than you ever could imagine. So much information will be thrown at you, and I know it will be tough. It'll be hard to make sense of it all, but don't get discouraged. Get your hands dirty in the lab. Ask questions. You will have amazing professors, and the TAs and nursing mentors are readily available to help. The semester will fly past, which will lead you into junior year. And this is where the real fun begins. Those must be the juniors up there, yeah. For those interested in clinical hours in pediatrics, surgery, or with the newborns, this will be one of the most exciting experiences for you. Junior year, you will take care of sick patients and eventually transition into understanding how a nurse functions in the healthcare setting. Junior year is filled with many experiences that I cannot learn elsewhere. This summer, I was an intern in the medical intensive care unit at Essentia here in Duluth, and I've done my initiation into the nursing world of inserting Foleys, NG tubes, and the infamous enema. Senior year has been the busiest year, and at this level of your education, if it hasn't already, your life will be about nursing and only nursing. It will consist of working more with the community, and then that final transition into the professional world of nursing before graduation. The main clinical work during this spring semester for seniors is what's called capstone. This is a required internship working one-on-one with their nurse, with an RN in an area of interest to you. I am placed at St. Luke's here in Duluth, and I'm in a hospice oncology floor, and it feels so amazing to be where I am today. I'm so grateful for every experience thus far, but the most rewarding experience was holding the hand of a dying patient while being taken off life support. This is holistic nursing. At this moment, I knew nursing was the only career for me, and I hope within the next 2.5 years, you will find this reason for being here as well. Upon hours and hours of studying, the lack of sleep, and the frustration will all be worth it. You will gain so much knowledge and experiences throughout your class. Without any doubt, your class, without any doubt, will become a family by 2014. Congratulations again, and good luck.
Wow, are you guys ready for all this? That's 2.5 years. Go, go, go. So on that note, we also wanted to give you the perspective from an alumni perspective. And I would like to introduce Joe Stromsness, who is a 2007 graduate of the College of St. Scholastica, who loved learning so much that he came in the back door and is now studying for his doctorate of nursing practice. He is currently working at Essentia in the emergency room department. For those of you that are addicted to adrenaline, you can maybe talk to him afterwards in the lobby. But I think that I want you to know that some of the hard work and some of the experiences that you have, we're kind of trying to build for you little maps here to let you know that it's doable. So to go from the starry, dreamy eyes that you have now, we'll see what Joe's eyes look like today. Welcome.
Thank you. Does anybody else feel like this is the Hogwarts of nursing? A magical place is the feeling I got when I walked in today. Thank you for having me. It's an honor to stand before so many great nurses and future nurses. My name is Joe. I'm going to be your nurse today. Few things in life are more meaningful to me than when I get to say that simple phrase, Everyone here today is here to celebrate what it means to be a nurse. Some of us have more to learn on the topic than others. I can honestly say that I love being a nurse. I've been a nurse for almost 5 years. As a student, that probably sounds like a long time, but I will assure you it's not. I graduated in 2007, so I'm living proof that there's life after nursing school. After graduation, I worked in the ICU here in Duluth for 3.5 years. I then did some travel nursing in Colorado. I've worked in small clinics in Haiti and El Salvador with the U.S. Army. I currently work in the emergency department, and it's an amazing place to work. I'm challenged every day in a dynamic and exciting work environment. I'd like to share a few of the pearls I've learned along my journey so far. First, find your passion. Hopefully that's nursing. When we are passionate about what we do, great things are possible. Question everything. If you don't know something, look it up. If you think you know something, double check. Open and honest communication is almost always the answer, no matter how difficult that may seem. Do not give in to negativity. Be the idealist, advocate for positive change. Unless the care we provide patients is perfect, we must continue to strive. We must never be content and continue to strive to improve patient care. In my travels to Haiti and El Salvador, I learned that we are fortunate to have any problems that we may think we have. I remember my very first clinical experience fondly with Sister Beverly Rahway. All I remember is that my hands were shaking as I drew up the heparin into the needle and asked Sister Bev if I was supposed to put that whole needle into the patient. She quickly responded yes, and we were in the room explaining what we were going to do. I can't imagine what that patient was thinking. Seeing me standing there, holding a needle and shaking. He yelped when I injected the heparin, so whether he was playing a joke on me or if it actually hurt, I don't know, but Sister Beverly assured me that it was not because I put the needle all the way in. Looking back on that story reminds me that I've come a long way, despite often feeling like I'll never know enough. I'd like to share a quote with you from a Buddhist monk. The most precious gift we can offer others is our presence. When mindfulness embraces those we love, they will bloom like flowers. I want this to remind us all to be present with our patients. And to me, being present means to listen and to be empathetic. I've learned to listen, and by listening, I've learned a great deal. One patient taught me that nothing is perfect. As an ICU nurse at heart, that was hard to grasp. The more I thought about it, I had decided that he was generally correct. The second thing I think about when being present is empathy. I want to share another quote with you about empathy from a missionary named Dada Vaswani. Empathy is forgetting oneself in the joys and sorrows of another, so much so that you actually feel the joy or sorrow experienced by another is your own joy and sorrow. Empathy involves a complete identification with another. She has described the ideal, which is unlikely to achieve, but if we have that in mind as we strive to be empathetic, we will be successful in being present in our patient relationships. As a nurse, you will undoubtedly play a meaningful role with your patients. I've held the hand of a patient while they died. I've celebrated the birth of new life with a family. I've mourned the loss of a loved one alongside a family. These memories and many more are etched into my mind and give meaning to the hard work I've done in the past and to the work I will continue to do in the future. Nursing school will be difficult, and it's supposed to be. If it was easy, everyone would want to be a nurse, right? Probably not. My point is that the best things in life are the things that make us a little anxious or scared or stretch us close to our limits in some way. So when you feel stretched or stressed, Don't crack or crumble by complaining and making excuses. Take a deep breath, rise to the occasion, gaining as much as you can from the experience. I want to leave you all with a sense of being challenged. I challenge every one of you to learn as much as you can every day, like a newborn child exploring this wonderful and exciting world for the first time. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. That makes us all proud for being at the College of St. Scholastica, and we again are welcoming each of you into the fold. We return again to that symbolic white coat. It's so white and free from stains. You are starting a career that will demand devotion and extraordinary effort. And according to the two people we've just talked to, holding the hands of dying people as well. It will, in return, give you access to some of the greatest professional joys a human can experience. You will get tired. You will have times you are so physically and emotionally spent that you feel as if you have nothing left to give. And that dovetails into what Sister Mary told us, to take care of yourself. Recognize when you've accumulated the emotional and spiritual stains of learning to care for other people and consciously deal with them by taking care of yourself. Today you're putting on your white coat, you're putting on your symbol of caring and compassion, and you're being welcomed to the practice of the art and science of nursing. So the way this is going to run then is that we're going to have a row of sophomores stand. I'm going to ask Julie and Carrie and Diane and Shirley to come up. We're going to call the names of the students individually. They'll be coded, and then I would like the group to stand here until they're together as a row, and then we will applaud them. So hold your applause until they're back in their herd. And then when you're applauding and they're returning, the next row of sophomores can stand. And then when they're eventually all coded, I would like the white coats, you're going to kind of glaringly stand out, to remain standing. You can sit down until everybody's there. And then we will have a round of applause and move into the nurse's prayer. So, will the first row of sophomores please report for standing up? Are you ready? Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Paula. Welcome, students, families, and friends. I'm Diane Johnson, and I will be reading each student's name, and my faculty colleague, Carrie Rengo, will assist you on that side of the stage with your coat. Once you are coated, as Paula said, you can walk across, and when everyone in this row is done, we will applause. Okay? Lucas Adam. I'm going to suggest while you are waiting, please undo your buttons. Brooke Adams. Hannah Alberg. Nice. Brianna Anderson. Chelsea Anderson. Margaret Baer. Elena Benzinger. Jessica Bergman. Kristen Betzold. And Mahela Bozayeva. Are we applauding? Why don't you step forward? Step forward. Okay. Very good. The second row. I'm supposed to do them together. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to do both of them. I think so. Oh, all right. Okay, Alexandria Brandt. And you can start the line closer to the stage so everyone can see you. And Ashley Brule. Sarah Burdick. Shannon Carlson. Stacy Kolova. Alyssa Cordy. John Cutchell. Ashley Dyke. Michelle DeLandro. Alyssa DeMarais. Abigail DeVries. Jamie Dickey. Emily Doman. And Camille Ebbinger. Very good. Thank you.
Good evening. Julie and I are going to do the next couple of rows. I'm Shirley Sledadall. I'm one of the faculty in the sophomore program. Julie Knuth is also with us and in our faculty lab program with the sophomores. So we'll start. Nicole Forster. Becky Fox. Ryan Gallagher. Sarah Gleason. Kayla Gorehouse. Sophia Graham. Megan Hepikoski. Leah Herman. Amy Hill. Erica Himes. Laura Hoffman. April Jacobson. Amanda Johnson. Lindsay Kingsbury. Caitlin Konetsko. Katie Kramer. Samantha Lambrick. Alicia Laporte. Dominic Lauer. Camille Linson. Julie Loscheider. Amy Lothenbach. Whitney Love. Destiny Lovelet. Samantha Marshar. James Martimo. Brent Martin.
Emily Martin. Jordan Matson. Maggie McCabe. Jamie McGowan. Laurel Ohaju. Krista Perushek. Kathleen Pfeffel. SD Piquet. Sarah Pleckenpole. Sierra Poe. Kirsten Pohl. Daniel Porter. John Ryder. Jessica Rivard. Angela Schlileski. Carrie Schmidt. Shannon Schneider. Samantha Schulz. Tiana Seeley. Mariah Sis. Christopher Solar. Kristen Sorensen. Kara Stang. Catherine Stiles. Casey Sukra. Samuel Swanson. And Rayanne Sweden.
Chelsea Johnson. Leah Zimmerman. Alexandra Sweeney. Megan Thoma. Ryan Tolerud. Savannah Traco. Angela Tumini. Karen Van Overmeiren. Jeffrey Vokak. Aaron Weatherly. Caitlin Wegerson. Jordan Weiler. Annie Weir. Logan Williamson. Rebecca Wilmot. Kelsey Wright. Megan Yunker. and Tyler Zern.
Good evening, I'm Joan Rich, and sophomores, you haven't met me yet. I'll see you when you're a senior. Hopefully you're all going to continue on. Seniors, it's good to see so many of you here tonight as well. And you will all be making up your own prayers, I'm sure, during the next 2.5 years, but I've been asked to read the nurse's prayer, which I'd like to do for you now. Give me the strength and wisdom when others need my touch. A soothing word to speak to them their hearts yearn for so much. Give me joy and laughter to lift a weary soul. Pour in me compassion to make the broken whole. Give me gentle healing hands for those left in my care. A blessing to those who need me. This is a nurse's prayer.
You can send all your prayers directly to me, and I will keep a record of them and read them back when you're on the stage graduating. Thanks, Joan. So in closing, you've heard from a lot of folks, and you have families and friends here to support you as well. And I hope that you found some words that speak and resonate to your soul and will help guide you as you move forward into your profession. The purpose of this gathering is for us to have the privilege of witnessing a formal transition. Becoming a nurse is more than just getting the white coat, although the white coat is a symbol of your profession and certainly is an external mark. But as you've maybe heard echoes from those of us who have spoken, it's the internal changes that will happen that will be the most meaningful. I know that for you, becoming a nurse feels like learning the skills of giving a shot, or as Joe would say, sinking the needle, starting an IV, or calming an anxious patient. But I want you to know that becoming a nurse is more about integrating your liberal arts education into the profession of nursing. Asking, analyzing, articulating, questioning, deciding. Because it's the skills of a nurse. They're like words in a well-written poem. Words alone mean little. Words arranged in a thoughtful manner create meaning at new levels and in a new context. You are here because you want to be a nurse. We are here to support you in your first steps in the journey. So I would like the sophomore class of 2014 to stand, we'll applaud, we'll chase them out into the lobby, and once you see the very last one of them in a white wisp disappear, get out there and welcome, congratulate them. Sophomores, please stand.